Hello everyone, this is Ray Cabrera once again with another review of another rebind that I had done. This time my rebind project is one of the 2002 New American Standard Bible, large print, ultra thin LPUT. It's called the 2002 print, which has the French milled paper. It's one of those special Bibles that was created and never duplicated since the French mill paper is no longer made. But this is a 2002 edition, as you can see, a 2007 edition. Excuse me. This is a 2007 edition, which is made from leftover paper of 2002 that was sent to China and printed. So you can see there it was printed in China. It's a 2007, but this model was with extra French mill paper that was sent to China to be produced. One thing that you will notice on the 2007 as opposed to 2003, excuse me, which is the one that comes with the calfskin, there's no crinkle on this. On the 2007 units, I think were printed better and were bound better because of the paper has no crinkle in the center. 2003s were famous for crinkles. I had a couple in my hands, and everyone I've talked to said they suffer from the same thing. It's a beautiful Bible with a beautiful leather, but it doesn't. It has that crinkle, so when you open it, you hear that sound, and when you run your finger, you hear that sound. These were 2007 were bound and sewn and Smith sewn in such a way where it's not cross sewn, where you don't have that crinkle in the center, which is why this is such a special copy. And again, everyone's trying to get their hands on it, but I was able to find one. I've had several of these rebound, and I sent this one to AA Leathers, and I wanted them to try to, they do dyeing there, and I wanted them to try to replicate the marine blue, which is a difficult color to get, and you're never going to get close. But they did a great job on this. It looks more of a like royal blue with the black highlight in it. It looks really sharp, really nice. It's a little lighter than a navy blue, which would be a darker. You can see a navy blue it's a darker blue, and it's just a little brighter. So let's take a look at the Bible. Again, this is a dyed marine blue goatskin by AA Leathers Bindery. Andrew's the guy who runs the place, and I communicated to him what I wanted done. They're very helpful. Liz also was very helpful in the process and explaining the details. And you can see the stamping on the spine. They have the ribs placed exactly the way the old one had them, and I had them stamp the back. The spine, excuse me, in gold in the same way that the original was stamped. And you can see they did an awesome job in stamping it with the ribs. The original was a calfskin. One of the downsides of the 2007 is that it uses a Chinese calfskin, which is very cheap. The liner seems elastic, and they don't last very long. They break down very fast. Unfortunately, such a great Bible is bound so poorly. Mostly everyone that gets a 2007 eventually has to rewind it, or it starts falling apart because of the binding itself, the leather. Like you see that on 2007 that they actually start falling apart here. The liners, it's almost like an elastic, cheap, thin. I think calf. I don't know what they use, but in all the copies that I've held, they've all looked the same in that area. So I had him rebind it in this is what he calls a Nappa goatskin, and what he does is he dyes it in the color that you want. They try to match the colors that you want in case they don't have it in the Nappa. So I had it in the marine blue. I had a 5/8, half-inch to 5/8 yap. I didn't want too much of a yap. I want to keep the original look as much as possible. And you see, he did a great job. I want you to look at you can see here the grain is not, it's not a very, it's just kind of a smooth grain, this one here. And again, leathers usually change from leather to leather, but I had another one done by them that had a little bit more in black, that will have more grain to this, but there's a nice smooth grain to it. It's very flexible. What I did have him do is put a kid skin. This is a navy blue kid skin liner that he put in there for me, and you can see the kid skin liner is it's like a flat. It's a nice firm, I would say, piece of leather. And what it does, it does give it. If you've never seen Nappa leather, it's very soft, and it does give form to the Bible. But it's still flexible. You can see the Bible is still very flexible. But I like using the Nappa. Excuse me. I like using the kid skin when with the Nappa leather. It just again, I think it works well together. It gives a little firmness to the Nappa. That's very soft, very soft leather. And but I like form to my Bible, and the kid skin helps out in that. So you can see he does splice his leather. What that means is the liner doesn't go underneath the bend here. It actually meets here, and it's cut precisely to the point where you can't really tell that it's cut. They do a great job at splicing these. You can see the corners. The corners at AA are second to none. They do a really good job with the corners on, and it just feels really flat. It feels, again, it's not a big bump here like some people have. It's some of the publishing companies could learn from their corners. Their corners are just well executed. And you can see they use a vinyl for the front page here, and they will put they will put paper in there for you. It's part of the package. I think you can check it off. I don't like having extra paper in my Bible. It makes it thicker. I did have this Bible. I put blue Archilt on it before I sent it to him, and you can see it just makes the Bible look that much more beautiful. Andrew added 3 Beresford ribbons in red, extended about 3 inches, and you can see these ribbons are just add to the beauty of the Bible. Again, this is a Bible that has that famous French mill paper. You look at it, and just like almost 0% ghosting, even though it's not line match. It's just very. Let me see how close I can get where you guys can see. This is the reason why people like or after this Bible so much. It just has to do with the greatness of the paper, and for the great reading experience. It really does not fatigue your eyes as others would because of the ghosting. And let's take a look at the back end. You see they stamped it with their logo there, AA Leathers. Again, very clean lines. One thing you'll notice with the AAs, they got very clean lines, very professional work. You can see the back side of this. It does leave a little mark from the stamping, but this is a great Bible. I'm very happy of the work that they did on it. One thing about AA Leathers is that their turnaround, since he does have others working for them, is usually a lot faster than other places. He does do leather lining. You know, I think right now on their website he says he has a 3-week turnaround. So you know, his prices are fair. He's not overpriced. His stamping, his spine stamping is second to none. He does a great job with the stamping, exactly the way you want, the font size you want. I'm very happy with what he gave me. This is going to be my, I would say, my everyday NASB. I want to take out. I also have the 2002 single column reference, but you see, you know, with the same paper, and you see this is also a beautiful Bible, but you also see this one's a lot thicker, and this one I use more at home when I'm studying. It's just a thicker Bible overall. I would say maybe close to a ½ inch thicker than the LPUT. Again, another great Bible, but not one that you want to carry over with you. This one's a little bit more portable. I would say, roughly looking at it, it's about 1.25 inches in thickness. It's a little thicker than the reader, the Allen reader, which is the same text layout as the Allen reader. Same exact text layout, just a better paper. It's a little thicker than the Allen reader. The paper's thicker, so it's going to give you a better reading experience. I want you just to take a look at the original marine blue Allen English Standard Version. As you can see, the color of the marine blue. This is one of 80 that was made by Allen in the English Standard Version. And this is a color that a lot of people like and desire and try to replicate. But you see the original marine blues. Maybe it is dark. It's closer to a navy blue. If you look at it, it is closer to a navy blue. It's just not as. It's not as. It has more of a shine to it, and you can see this is more closer to a more royal blue with the. And this one is a little darker. And you can see with the navy blue is just a much darker color. And you can just see the different shades of blue. I like the fact that I have different shades of blue in my repertoire. You know, I also have others that are maybe a little bit darker. This is also like a navy. But you see that the AA leathers hold their own. If you're interested in getting a Bible Rebind, I would say their prices are just the going rate. For a Bible this price, you're going to pay maybe a little bit over $200 with all the bells and whistles that I've added in. And so it all depends on what you want. They have different options on their list, but their customer service is great. They're always calling you on top of you, asking what you want, and making sure you're happy with the product, letting you know when they receive it. What you know, they call you before they start working to make sure the details are correct. And that alone, the service alone, I give them an A+. And the workmanship, again, another A+. I can't say anything bad about this Rebind. All I can do is recommend it if you're interested in again a Rebind company that's going to do excellent work and will work with you and do try different things. AA does a good job. They did tell me they are looking into getting into doing art gilding, which would be a plus, and have the you know that would just add to their repertoire. But besides that, I just like to say thank you, and I hope this helps you in making a decision in the future in a Rebind project that you may have in mind. Have a nice day.